The Accountant.
2016's The Accountant was an entertaining little film. Starring Ben Affleck, it tells the story of Christian Wolf, an autistic accountant who makes his living cleaning money for criminals, but must fight to protect himself when one of his clients attempts to assassinate him. It was a moderate box office success, but it felt like a one and done. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Not every film has to be a franchise, nor does every film need a sequel. So imagine my surprise when it was announced that there would be a sequel to this, which was released 2 weeks ago. So what do we have here? Is The Accountant 2 a film we needed? A solid addition to this story? Or is this yet another case of a creatively bankrupt Hollywood going to the well one too many times? Well, before we answer that, let's talk a little bit about the plot for the film The Accountant 2.
Let's talk.
So here we find Ben Affleck once again playing Christian Wolf, the brilliant but autistic accountant with a talent for solving complex problems. When an old acquaintance is murdered, he leaves behind a cryptic message which says, "Find the accountant." Now Wolf is compelled to solve the case. Realizing more extreme measures are necessary, he recruits his estranged but highly lethal brother Brax, played by Jon Bernthal, to help. In partnership with the U.S. Treasury Department's agent Mary Beth Medina, who was in the last film, they uncover a deadly conspiracy and become targets themselves of a ruthless network of killers who will stop at nothing to keep their secrets buried. So what works in this film? Well, once again, Affleck is great as Wolf. You know, playing a highly intelligent yet autistic person, it must be difficult for any actor, but Affleck really does a great job of humanizing the character and bringing him to life on screen. Also, Jon Bernthal, as the brother Braxton, he's perfect for this role. Yeah, it's not a stretch for him. This is the kind of character he generally plays, but this character is layers. He's clearly hurt and lonely. And he's hurt by the fact that his brother, who he loves dearly, really cannot express that. He understands his brother's condition, but it still hurts him. Both men play the characters brilliantly. They play off each other very, very well. It's excellent acting by the two men. Also, you know, this is an action movie. It has lots of action set pieces. They're very well done. Lots of good shootouts, lots of good violence, very believable.
Oh, that's good acting.
What doesn't work here is the overall story. It's unnecessarily complicated. It goes in multiple different directions until it finally comes around to its conclusion. And this makes the film a little bit longer than it needed to be. There are just a few too many slow parts in this film. It's just overly complicated, which makes the pacing a little bit wonky at times. A tighter, leaner film would have been better. But I will say this, you know, maybe it wasn't a movie that we wanted or needed, but The Accountant 2 is still a very solid and entertaining film. And if you are a fan of the original, I think you're really going to like this one. It's not perfect, but it is entertaining. Affleck and Bernthal, they're in immediate harmony. Better than that, they make this strange, complicated, and occasionally sad sibling relationship instantaneously genuine.
I like it. I like it.
Well, that's all I have for you this week. Tune in next week where I give you my thoughts and feelings on whatever I've seen. In the meantime, click that like button, subscribe, leave a question or a comment, share this video with friends and enemies alike, and as always, thank you for giving me your valuable time, and I'll see you next week. Take care.